Alright, welcome back to the Mzansi Matrix. I'm Johan, and today, we are diving deep into a story that sits at the very heart of South Africa's economy, food security, and political landscape. It's a narrative riddled with accusations, denials, and potentially grave consequences for every single one of us. We are talking about Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen, who finds himself, as the Daily Investor puts it, under siege over the rollout of the crucial foot-and-mouth disease, or FMD, vaccine. This isn't just another political spat, it's a critical issue that could impact your grocery bill, the stability of our agricultural sector, and investor confidence in our nation. So, let's unpack the allegations, the minister's fierce response, and what this all means for you, the South African consumer, and the astute investor. Now, at the core of this controversy are serious accusations leveled against Minister Steenhuisen. Critics, including various industry stakeholders, farmers' associations, and even some opposition voices, are alleging that the minister and his department are deliberately employing delay tactics in the rollout of the FMD vaccine. These accusations suggest a lack of urgency, potentially bureaucratic red tape, or even a strategic hesitance that is exacerbating an already precarious situation for our livestock sector. The urgency here cannot be overstated. Foot-and-mouth disease is a highly contagious viral disease that affects cloven-hoofed animals, cattle, sheep, goats, pigs. It causes severe production losses and, crucially, significantly impacts international trade. When an FMD outbreak occurs, countries often lose their FMD-free status, leading to devastating export bans on meat and other animal products. South Africa has unfortunately experienced multiple outbreaks in recent years, each time reeling from the economic fallout. But Minister Steenhuisen is not taking these accusations lightly. His response, as reported, is unequivocal. He calls them nonsense. The minister argues that his department is following due process, ensuring scientific rigor, and navigating the complex regulatory and procurement landscape for a vaccine that must be both effective and safe for widespread use. He maintains that rushing such a critical process without proper validation would be irresponsible and could lead to even greater problems down the line, potentially introducing an ineffective vaccine or creating unforeseen issues. He points to the need for thorough testing, licensing, and ensuring the vaccine's efficacy against the specific FMD strains prevalent in South Africa. This is a complex biological problem, not just a logistical one. Now, let's zoom out and place the story within the broader context of the South African economy. Our agricultural sector is not just a peripheral component, it's a pillar. It contributes significantly to our gross domestic product, creates hundreds of thousands of jobs, both directly on farms and indirectly through the value chain, from processing and packaging to transport and retail. South Africa is also a net exporter of agricultural products, and our meat and livestock industries are key contributors to our foreign exchange earnings. Previous FMD outbreaks, particularly those in 2019 and more recently in 2022 and 2023, offered a stark reminder of the sector's vulnerability. The immediate impact was the suspension of exports of cloven-hoofed animals and their products, leading to massive financial losses for farmers, abattoirs, and related industries. Thousands of animals had to be culled, disrupting supply chains and inflicting deep scars on rural economies. Farmers, already grappling with rising input costs, unpredictable weather patterns, and land reform uncertainties, simply cannot afford another prolonged FMD crisis. So, why is this vaccine rollout so critical? It's not just about treating sick animals, it's about prevention and maintaining our disease-free status. A swift, effective, and widespread vaccination program is essential to building herd immunity, protecting our national herd, and, crucially, regaining and maintaining our vital export markets. Any perceived delay or mismanagement in this process sends tremors through the entire sector, impacting confidence and stability. Let's bring this closer to home. What does this mean for you, the South African consumer? The most immediate and tangible impact, should the FMD situation escalate or remain unresolved, will be felt in your pocket. Meat prices. When outbreaks occur, supply chains are disrupted. Animals cannot be moved, and healthy herds might be culled as a preventative measure. This reduces the availability of meat products in the market, leading directly to price increases at your local butcher and supermarket. We've seen this pattern before: less supply, higher demand, steeper prices for beef, lamb, and pork. For many households already struggling with the rising cost of living, this added pressure on food prices would be devastating. Beyond just prices, there's the broader issue of food security. While South Africa generally produces enough food to feed its population, the FMD crisis can create localized shortages or make certain products unaffordable for lower-income households. The ripple effect extends to job losses in the agricultural value chain, further impacting livelihoods. A stable, productive agricultural sector is fundamental to ensuring affordable and accessible food for all South Africans. The FMD vaccine, therefore, isn't just about animal health, it's a critical tool for human well-being and economic stability. Now, turning our attention to the investment landscape, what are the implications for investors, both local and international, looking at South Africa? The agricultural sector, including agri-processing and food retail, is a significant part of the JSE. Think about companies like RCL Foods, Astral Foods, or even retailers like Shoprite and Pick n Pay, whose supply chains depend heavily on a stable agricultural sector. Uncertainty around FMD, and particularly the perception of government's inability to manage such a critical animal health crisis efficiently, introduces significant risk. Investors thrive on certainty and predictability. When there are allegations of delay tactics or political wrangling over a vital public health intervention like a vaccine, it erodes confidence. Foreign investors, who look at the ease of doing business and the stability of regulatory environments, might become hesitant to inject capital into our agricultural sector or related industries. They'll question the government's ability to protect critical economic sectors and ensure market access. For local investors, it means increased volatility for agricultural stocks. Companies involved in meat production, feedlots, or even those reliant on animal byproducts could see their share prices fluctuate based on FMD news. Furthermore, the loss of export markets directly impacts the revenue streams of these companies, making them less attractive investment propositions. This isn't just about the current crisis, it's about the long-term perception of South Africa as a reliable and predictable agricultural producer and trading partner. Ultimately, this situation highlights a critical challenge for our government, the delicate balance between stringent regulatory processes, scientific due diligence, and the urgent need for decisive action in a crisis. While Minister Steenhuisen asserts that the department is proceeding cautiously and responsibly, the industry's outcry underscores the immense pressure and economic pain that farmers and related businesses are enduring. Transparency, clear communication, and demonstrated progress in the vaccine rollout are paramount, not just to quell the immediate controversy, but to restore confidence across the board. As we head into a new political era, potentially with coalition governments, the ability of ministers to effectively manage their portfolios, especially those as critical as agriculture, will be under intense scrutiny. The FMD vaccine saga serves as an early litmus test for the efficiency and responsiveness of our government to real-world economic threats. This is a developing story, and its resolution will have far-reaching consequences for our economy and for every household in South Africa. We will continue to monitor it closely here on the Mzansi Matrix. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more insights into the South African business landscape, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep navigating the Mzansi Matrix. I'm Johan, and I'll see you soon.